As President Obama announced the deal last night, he admitted he's given up a lot more than he was planning on to reach this point.
Now, is this the deal I would have preferred? No. But this compromise does make a serious down payment on the deficit reduction we need and gives each party a strong incentive to get a balanced plan done before the end of the year.
Joining us this morning with more from the White House, CBS News Chief White House Correspondent Norah O'Donnell. Norah, good morning to you. Inside the White House, because the president looked rather solemn last night, is the president actually happy or content with this deal, or is it really more a sense of relief that we could be nearing the end of this debacle?
Oh, there was a collective sigh of relief when all the parties had finally signed off on this framework. President Obama appeared in the briefing room at about 8:40 p.m. That was much later than anybody thought. They thought they would get this deal done yesterday afternoon. But the president hailed this package as a significant down payment on deficit reduction, as something that lifts the cloud over the economy. He did get that extension of the debt ceiling all the way through 2012 in his re-election campaign, but he did have to give up a lot. Remember, he talked about shared sacrifice, but having deep spending cuts and some tax revenues. He railed against millionaires and billionaires and saying that he would end subsidies to oil companies and end those tax cuts for corporate jet owners. That is not in this deal. But there is going to be that super powerful joint committee up in Congress that has to address entitlement reform and tax reform. They've got to report by Thanksgiving. They have to vote by Christmas. And so that's one thing that the White House says is a good move forward. I just also want to point out, too, Erica, the role of the vice president, Joe Biden, in this whole thing. He drew on some of his longstanding relationships up on Capitol Hill. Remember, he was a senator for more than 3 decades to deal with the Republican leader, Mitch McConnell, who then sold it to Speaker John Boehner. So Vice President Biden played a very key role in these negotiations. And now the hard part. They have agreed to the framework. They got to sell this thing to Republicans and Democrats in the House for these votes that are expected later today. Erica?
Norah O'Donnell at the White House. Norah, thanks.